All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a day in the NFL, man. So many coaches hired, man. The Cowboys have hired their offensive coordinator, Brian Schottenheimer, to their new head coach. There was a lot of talk what they were going to do. A lot of people were saying the Cowboys don't know what the hell to do. Kellen Moore. We were talking about Robert Saleh, but they have finally made a decision to go with their offensive coordinator, Brian Schottenheimer, who's been in the league for a long time, but he has never been head coach. So now he will finally be a chance to be a head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see how this goes for Dallas. A lot of people are not too excited, but at least he knows the players, right? He probably knows the strengths and the weaknesses of the players, as he's been there for the last few years as an assistant coach. So he'll probably get in there. I'm guessing he's going to install his system, right? Because right now, the last few years he was there, even though he was the offensive coordinator, they were really running the Mike McCarthy system. So probably going to install more of his system. But at least he sort of knows what are the players' strengths and weaknesses, right? So that's kind of head start a little bit. But yeah, man. And then Pete Carroll. What else happened? Yeah, Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll going to the freaking Las Vegas Raiders. 3-year deal for Pete Carroll. Congratulations, man. Pete Carroll, man, he's going to get the most out of that team, man. Pete Carroll's going to squeeze the entire juice out of that lemon, man. He's a great coach. He competes. He's going to make everybody compete. He's going to get the most out of that team. Who knows who their quarterback's going to be, but I think the Raiders should win a lot of games. I'm going to say at least, they're going to win some games next year, maybe 7 to 9 games, I would say, because Pete Carroll's just going to... The problem is the quarterback, right? That's the thing with the Raiders, right? It's hard to predict. You would think if they get some type of an average good quarterback, they can win 7 to 9 games just because Pete Carroll is really used to getting the most out of the talent. So we'll see what happens. But Pete Carroll's a good coach. And then also another thing that happened was the Jaguars have hired Liam Cohen, offensive coordinator of Tampa Bay. He will now be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So nice little move there for the Jaguars. So we'll see how they go over there. Let's see what happens there. What else happened? Robert Saleh ended up going back to San Francisco as a defensive coordinator. So Robert Saleh is back to San Francisco as a defensive coordinator. And, there was a chance that maybe he could take the Dallas job, but obviously not anymore. Brian Schottenheimer got hired, so Robert Saleh, he was a candidate for a few jobs, but at the end of the day, ends up going back to San Francisco as taking the defensive coordinator job there. But yeah, man, just a bunch of stuff going on, man. A bunch of stuff going on in the NFL. A lot of coaching hirings. The Saints still don't have a coach. My guess is the favorite leading candidate would be Mike McCarthy to go to the Saints, right? At this point, who else do you get? But yeah, I think Mike McCarthy to the Saints. I am going to finish with something with wrestling news real quick. So a lot of people have been wondering about the partnership between TNA and the WWE. So apparently a lot of people are thinking this is a strategy for the WWE to eventually end up buying TNA. But also, so what I'm reading is that with WWE leaving Netflix, with them going to Netflix and leaving cable, there's a huge market in India. Apparently, a lot of people over there watch wrestling. And so what Nick Khan is trying to do maybe is use TNA to get him a TV deal, and so that AEW doesn't get a TV deal in India. So that's what a lot of people are saying now, that's a strategy why they did the partnership. So that freaking Nick Khan and the WWE can help TNA get the TV deal in India because they have a big fan base over there instead of AEW. Who knows? Who knows what the deal's going on? But that's what I heard today, that it could also be a game plan event in the long run for WWE to end up buying TNA. But as of right now, more presently, it could be a strategy to give them the big TV deal in India, so then AEW does not get it. But we'll see what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna end up checking out of here. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully we're back tomorrow with the live streaming. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out like a light. I slept through the flight. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out like a light. I'm out like a light. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. The fuck is happening?